It was a rainy Friday night. The kind of night where the streetlights blurred into golden streaks through the windshield, and the sound of raindrops on the roof felt heavier than her heart. Anna gripped the steering wheel of her beat-up car, exhausted from a double shift at the diner. Her back ached, her feet throbbed, and her thoughts circled back to the same place they always did. Her little boy, Ethan, asleep at home with the neighbor watching over him. Life hadn't been kind to Anna. She was only 30, but she felt much older. Abandoned by her husband when Ethan was just a baby, she had been left to pick up the pieces. Bills piled up, dreams were set aside, and survival became her daily mission. She often whispered to herself while driving home, "Hold on, Anna. Just hold on. One day things will be better." But tonight, fate had other plans. As Anna waited at a red light downtown, she noticed a man stumbling out of a luxurious hotel. His suit jacket hung off one shoulder, his tie was loose, and he looked completely lost. He raised his hand half-heartedly, trying to hail a cab, but none stopped. He finally leaned against a lamppost, his eyes barely open. Something tugged at Anna's heart. She knew the type, wealthy, powerful, untouchable. She had served men like him countless times at the diner. They never saw women like her. But as she watched him sway on his feet, soaked in the rain, she couldn't just drive away. She pulled over. "Hey, are you okay? Do you need a ride?" The man squinted at her, then managed to mumble, "Home, can't car." She hesitated. Picking up a drunk stranger wasn't wise, especially not with her responsibilities. But something in his tone, broken, weary, felt familiar. Against her better judgment, she unlocked the passenger door. "All right, come on. I'll drive you home." He slumped into the seat, the smell of whiskey heavy in the air. He muttered his address, a penthouse uptown. The kind of place Anna could never imagine stepping foot in. As she drove, silence filled the car except for his uneven breathing. For a brief moment, she glanced at him. His face was striking, sharp jawline, tousled dark hair, but softened by an expression of vulnerability. He wasn't just drunk. He looked lonely. That man was Daniel Carter, CEO of one of the biggest tech companies in the city. Known for his brilliance, feared by his competitors, envied by many. But behind closed doors, his empire brought him no comfort. His life was full of meetings, deals, and empty nights. He drank not to celebrate, but to forget. When Anna pulled into the grand driveway of his building, she felt like she didn't belong. The valet gave her a strange look as she helped Daniel out of the car. He leaned on her shoulder, whispering something she almost didn't catch. "Don't leave me alone tonight." Her heart squeezed. She had no idea why, but those words felt raw, desperate. She helped him to his apartment, carefully laying him on the couch. She looked around at the cold, immaculate penthouse, gleaming floors, massive windows, but no warmth, no signs of life. Before leaving, she scribbled her number on a piece of paper and left it on the table. Not because she expected anything, but in case he needed to know someone cared. The next morning, Daniel woke up with a pounding headache and fragments of memory. He remembered the rain, the car, and her. A woman with tired eyes, but eyes that had looked at him with something he hadn't felt in years. Kindness. He found the paper on his table. Anna, it read, with a phone number. For reasons he couldn't explain, he dialed it. "Hello," her voice was soft, cautious. "This is Daniel. From last night." Thank you. "I owe you." "You don't owe me anything," she replied. "Just take care of yourself." But Daniel wasn't the type to let things go. A week later, he showed up at the diner where she worked. The sight of him in his tailored suit among the chipped coffee cups and greasy menace was surreal. "I wanted to thank you properly," he said. "Dinner? Anywhere you like." Anna almost laughed. "Do you think I have time for dinners? I have a son. I work 2 jobs. My life isn't." She stopped herself. But Daniel didn't flinch. "Then let me come to your world." And he did. Slowly, Daniel began to appear in Anna's life. He met Ethan, bringing little toys and books, not with the arrogance of a rich man, but with the awkward tenderness of someone trying to understand. Ethan took to him quickly, filling the silence Daniel carried with laughter. For Anna, it was terrifying. She had built walls around her heart, convinced love was not for her. But Daniel, he wasn't like her ex. He listened. He noticed when her hands were raw from washing dishes. He admired her strength, not her appearance. Still, Challenges came. People whispered. Her coworkers warned her he would break her heart. His business partners sneered, saying a CEO shouldn't be seen with a single mom from a diner. The worlds they came from clashed. Luxury versus survival, excess versus sacrifice, and Anna's biggest fear was Ethan's heart. She couldn't let her little boy get attached to someone who might disappear. One night, after overhearing one of Daniel's colleagues insult her, Anna broke down. "This won't work. You deserve someone from your world. I can't keep fighting battles I didn't ask for." Daniel took her hands, his eyes fierce. "Anna, I've spent my whole life in that world, and it's empty. The night you drove me home, I was ready to drown in it. But you showed me something real. I don't care what anyone says. I want you. I want Ethan. I want us." For the first time in years, Anna let the tears fall, not from pain but from hope. Their love wasn't a fairy tale. It was messy, full of compromises and learning. Daniel scaled back his endless work hours. Anna slowly trusted that not every man leaves. Together, they built a life not defined by wealth, but by love, laughter, and second chances. Ethan, once shy and uncertain, thrived with Daniel as a steady presence. He called him Dad. One day without thinking, and Daniel cried. Years later, Anna would look back on that rainy night with disbelief. How a simple act of kindness, offering a stranger a ride, changed the course of her life forever. And that's the story, my friends. A lonely single mom, a broken CEO, two worlds colliding, and love strong enough to rewrite their destinies. If this story touched your heart, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you believe in fate? Do you think kindness to strangers can change lives? Share your thoughts in the comments. I always love reading them. And if you want more inspiring, emotional stories like this one, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and join our community here at Be Kind Always. Your support helps me bring more stories of hope, resilience, and love to life. Remember, no matter how hard things feel, one act of kindness can change everything.